The pressure to be great is making everyone feel like failures. What's up, dudes? It's been a pleasure. NDRV here. And as you know, you guys have been checking out this new series, these new videos I've been making. So thank y'all so much. And I've just been here yapping away and talking. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the comments. What is that on me? Oh yeah, I have my headphones in. I forgot. Looks like something was on my chest. But yes. So as I was saying, the pressure to be great is making everybody feel like they're failing. Everywhere I look, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, it's all making you feel as if you haven't achieved a lot. You're seeing people who are doing amazing things, and always remember, once you see something being posted, most likely it's been curated. For example, you're watching this video and you can see certain levels of my room, you can see here and you can see there, but you have no idea what's going on over in that corner. No idea what's in that corner over there. That's the same way you should think about online when you see it that way. When you see people showing their best in their life, look at it that same way, right? But at the same time, for those of you that might not be thinking about that, it creates this invisible pressure that sometimes it feels like only you are experiencing this and nobody else currently is experiencing it. But this is why I started this channel, and this is why we're here talking. You can always comment down in the section like, yeah, I've seen that has happened to me, or, you know, good point, V, good point. But yeah, it's a trap. It's definitely a trap that you should be mindful not to fall into. And sometimes take a step back and look at what you have achieved and what you already have going, and take some of that pressure off of you. The constant push forward to be great sometimes can lead to burnout. The hustle culture, you know, trying to find your self-worth through looking at online, looking at the online environment and trying to find self-worth can be difficult. You know, off topic, when I make these, I try not to make them as scripted and just talk off the top. And I think that's really smart, no? Because it's genuine. I don't know how long it's going to be like this. Maybe I'm going to be like, well, the YouTube algorithm says you should be doing it this way. Then I might switch it and you come in like, good morning, guys. Today we're going to be talking about this. I'm going off. I'm so sorry. I'm going off. All right. Now back on topic. It makes you feel as if being average is a failure, you know, like being average in today's world is completely failing. But to be honest, most of us are average. Most of us are going to be average. And there's nothing wrong with average. You can have an average life and honestly live one of the best life ever. All right? Ever. And then you have the other side of the culture where there's always this culture of like productivity, where you have to constantly be working forward, constantly be, you know, moving. If you got this, you got to get better. If you're working towards a Honda, you need to get the Lexus. If you're working towards a Lexus, you need to get the Lambo. I think this is the second time I spoke about like this culture in one of my videos, that it applies so much pressure to you. So sometimes you got to be happy with what you already have, you know? You don't have to worship being even more successful or even having like that online brand or persona. Now everything is content. And how I'm like a hypocrite right now sitting here and talking about that because I'm making content. But not everything is content. You know, I don't get up in the morning, show you me brushing my teeth, coming down here. Speaking about that, my sleeping schedule has been horrible. Ever since I've gotten sick, it has been horrible. I'm trying my best to pull it back together, but it's been very horrible. But yes, everything is now content. Everything is a performance. You know, when you go outside, even people who don't have like an online presence, I feel as if they have to carry themselves in such a way you never know who's going to be snapping a picture, whose video you're going to pop up in, who you're going to run across. Everything has become so performative. Everyone's performing. You know, the fear of being forgotten or the fear of not being good enough. Those are some serious pressures to place on yourself, you know? And then on top of that, some people might experience imposter syndrome, where they don't feel as if they're enough. They don't feel as if they should be, you know, in the position that they're in, or I don't know, man. It's just so much when you think about it, so much little pressure, so many little things you can end up facing. So many. It's like it feels as if there's like a camera on you at all times, even though there isn't a camera on you at all times, you know? So we have to find a way to unlearn those feelings, unlearn those pressures. I'm not saying let go of your desires and let go of what you're aiming for. Keep aiming for things, but at the same time, try to find ways to release the pressure. And if you want to achieve even more in life, like say you want to get all the things that I said you don't need, say you want to get the Lambo, the house, the everything, find something that you're passionate about to get you there. Because then when you do it that way, it's way easier. You're actually locked in, engaged in doing it for fun. And it will be fun when it's something you're passionate about. Now, your passion doesn't have to be involving social media. Your passion could be going down somewhere and selling these lights in my hand, you know? That's how some people normally come up. They find something in their niche and they do it, and your competition won't be as large because everybody isn't doing it. So find a way to take that pressure off and let go of being perfect, right? Nothing is ever going to be perfect. Nothing is perfect. You can just get it just right. A lot of people actually hold themselves back by wanting something to be perfect, by wanting it to be the best and absolute that it can be, when if you had shown it to the world right there and then, you'd be surprised how many people would have been like, wow, that's perfect. You know how we use the word complimenting, we use the word perfect to compliment things? I'm sure you have done something in your life and you're like, it's not that great, but you show to somebody like, wow, oh my, how did you do this? Sometimes we sell ourselves short, you know? Like sometimes we sell ourselves short. And you have to realize you are your biggest enemy. You are putting so much pressure on yourself. I think I've rambled for a while now. I think that's everything I just came on here to say. I believe it's everything I came on here to say. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much for watching all the videos. This will be video number 6. I believe this is video number 6. But yo, thank y'all so much for the comments. Thank y'all for being here. Big shout out to each and every one of y'all. Hopefully my rambling and my yapping has struck somebody somewhere in there. Yeah, we might introduce some different style of content coming up soon, but for the first week, it's been great. It's been good talks. It's been great conversations. Always remember, V loves y'all. All right, I do love y'all, and thank y'all so much. And you might see me around. If you do, say hello, leave a comment, double tap the screen, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Right? I'll catch y'all later.